Grumpy Old Geeks, a weekly talk show hosted by Brian Schulmeister and Jason DeFilippo, discussing the finer points of what went wrong on the internet and who's to blame.
Welcome to Grumpy Old Geeks. I'm Jason DeFilippo.
And I'm Brian Schulmeister. And as some people have pointed out last week, I was fighting off a sore throat, so I did sound very different.
Yeah, I figured that as much. People were like, did they use AI on Brian? I'm like, no.
No, they used Dayquil.
Okay, Dayquil and Cepacol. Remember Cepacol?
Yes, I do. That shit destroyed your throat. It was awesome.
I love that stuff. Oh,
bring that back in lawn darts.
Yeah. I think that's been banned in 47 European Union countries and everywhere else.
Yeah. Well, we got a bit of follow-up, Jason. In case you were wondering what you would get if you appeased Mein Dumpf. As we recall, the Intel CEO, Trump, decided that he should be fired because that's his business. And then they made a deal because that's what he does. He makes deals.
Mm-hmm.
All those tariff deals. Yeah, trade deals everywhere.
Okay.
Yep, a ton of them. Anyways, Intel made the deal, and Intel no longer has to fulfill certain requirements or meet milestones that it was originally supposed to under the CHIPS Act because, you made the deal now. Government took a stake in the company. That's out. Yeah. According to the Wall Street Journal, Intel said in a filing that it can now receive funding from the government as long as it can show that it already spent the $7.9 billion on projects that it agreed to take on under a deal with the Commerce Department last year. In addition, the company doesn't have to share a percentage of the total cumulative cash flow it gets from each project with the Commerce Department anymore because Trump gets it.
Okay.
It doesn't have to adhere to some of the CHIPS Act's workflow policy requirements and most other restrictions as well. However, it still can't use the funds it gets from the government for dividends and to repurchase shares, which probably really chaps a lot of rich people's hides.
Yeah. I wonder what these workflow policy requirements and other restrictions are. Maybe a vaccinated workforce. Don't need that anymore.
DEI is gone. More vaccination requirements. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, we did talk about for the past couple of weeks how it is so tough to get a job out there right now.
I have been addicted to scrolling LinkedIn because it's just like it's my new doom scroll.
Oh, yeah. It's like fucked company, except, owned by Microsoft.
Yep.
The U.S. labor market showed fresh signs of weakness. I love that.
There's a title.
Fresh signs of weakness in August. Yeah, fresh signs of weakness. That's my new stripper name. Employers added just 22,000 jobs, far below expectations, and the unemployment rate ticked up to 4.3%, the highest since 2021.
Yeah, I mean, you can fire the bearer of bad news, but the bad news still comes.
Yep, it sure does.
And this obviously can't be a surprise to anyone. I mean, I think we all know people that have been laid off. We all know people that are looking for jobs, have been looking for jobs forever. There's no jobs. So
Nope. But it's when you fire all the weathermen, it doesn't mean the hurricane's not coming.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're loaded right now, Brian, because I signed us up for True Fans, not only fans, True Fans. This is the blockchain monetization platform for podcasts where people can give you sats or satoshis. So
I thought they were SATs. I was like, I did that a long time ago, man, and I aced it. Thank you very much.
I was so miserable on my SATs. I couldn't show them to anyone. So, hello, Jason DeFilippo. We have successfully transferred 9 sats to your True Fans wallet. And I looked up how much 9 sats was. It's about 1 cent. So, and since the platform lets you backtrace who gave you the money, C gave us the money. So thanks, C, for the 9
for the penny,
sats.
Man.
Yeah. Well, he did give us 10 sats, but the platform took 1.
Oh, they took 0.001 cent from us?
Yeah.
Bastards.
That's about it.
All right. And just for the headline, because we can't seem to get away from this one, I saw this on Gizmodo, which normally is great for headlines, but I'm sure this one will also chap your hide, Jason. The hydrogen-powered plasma torch decimates plastic waste in a blink. And I looked at the picture. There was not just 1/10 of it gone.
I was going to say, is 90% left? So
Nope.
Well, Brian, I see your decimation, and I raise you 1 butthole.
These are dangerous words to put together, Jason.
I know. Don't you decimate my butthole.
I still have 9/10.
Gizmodo again. We're ringing in the year with the best headlines. Your butthole is begging you to stop scrolling on the toilet. A study published in the journal PLOS
Plops One.
Plops One. found that smartphone use in the bathroom is linked to a higher risk of hemorrhoids.
Yeah, because you're sitting there for fucking 2 hours.
I know. Doctors say it's not the phones themselves, but the extra time people spend sitting that causes trouble. Derp. Plop. 2/3 of study participants admitted to using their phones on the toilet, and they were far more likely to stay there longer than 5 minutes. The threshold, gastroenterologists say, increases strain on rectal veins.
Man.
I haven't been in on the toilet like shorter than 5 minutes ever.
Being in the toilet is the only alone time one gets as a married man with a child.
Or any man. That is a man-safe space. That is this
Doing
castle.
the paperwork, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Experts say the fix is simple. Put down the phone, do your business, and move on. Your backside will thank you. I mean, we need to get some preparation WTF.
Preparation WTF. That's a good one. I like that.
Thank you.
In the news...
Oh, Brian, it's Tesla Day.
Why? We're exploding cars are running into other cars?
Tesla has been hit with a massive verdict in Florida. A federal jury ordered the company to pay $243 million over a 2019 crash involving a Model S on autopilot that killed one woman and seriously injured her boyfriend. We talked about this case, since 2019. Well, the jury awarded $129 million in compensatory damages and $200 million in punitive damages, with Tesla found responsible for roughly $43 million of the compensatory damages, plus all of the punitive award. Lawyers revealed Tesla rejected a $60 million settlement before trial. Tesla denies wrongdoing and says it will appeal, warning the verdict could set back self-driving safety.
I can tell you exactly what's setting back self-driving safety, and it's Tesla.
Tesla, yeah. The call's coming from inside the house. Well, and Tesla said it didn't have key data in a fatal crash, then a hacker found it. A jury in Miami last month found Tesla partially liable for the same. Yeah, yeah, same one. The case
right here in the folder.
It's right on the desktop.
Yeah, in your AWS bucket that you didn't password protect.
The case hinged on crucial. Oh, maybe that's why they fired Dojo, the supercomputer, because he left it on the desktop.
Grok probably spat it out.
That's true. That's true. They just asked Grok. The case hinged on crucial electronic data from the Tesla's autopilot system, which the company initially claimed it didn't possess. However, a self-described hacker known online as @GreenTheOnly was enlisted by the plaintiffs. He successfully recovered the data from a chip, famously doing so while at a South Florida Starbucks. This discovery revealed that Tesla had the collision snapshot data on its own servers all along. So that became the key evidence showing what the Tesla cameras detected just moments before the collision.
Watch out for that tree.
Yep. There you go. Yeah. The jury, we just talked about who got what.
Yep.
But that's how they did it.
Kill the Gibson.
Roger that.
Now, also in Tesla news, Elon Musk spent Labor Day dropping a new master plan for Tesla.
Would you call it perhaps a final solution?
A final solution? This is his fourth Reich. But this one leaves more questions than answers. Posted to X, the text is vague, heavy on buzzwords, and light on specifics, with promises of unconstrained sustainability and global prosperity.
From a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oddly, there's more focus on Tesla's humanoid robots than on actual cars, despite years of missed production targets and ongoing safety probes. Yes. The plan also comes just weeks after Tesla disbanded its much-hyped Dojo supercomputer team, a move that suggests the company will now lean on outside providers for its autonomous driving ambitions.
Yeah, sounds like he's pivoting. So
Yeah. Yep.
To robots.
Yeah. Well, here's this one is... Tesla's latest software update is giving safety first a whole new meaning by firing airbags before you even crash. The Model Y's camera-only Tesla Vision system will now preemptively inflate front airbags, with the company's bragging it's making your car safer over time. But here's the catch. This is the same camera setup known for phantom braking on the freeway and failing to notice rain. Owners are already sweating, joking online about airbags going off at stoplights, wondering if trusting Elon's glitchy eye in the sky to decide when to punch you in the face with a pillow is a great idea or not. Sure, Teslas have strong safety ratings, but autopilot and full self-driving have also been linked to some very real wrecks and deaths. Many, many deaths. The deaths are huge, huge deaths. Now, the question is, are pre-crash airbags genius or just another Tesla science experiment where you are the crash test dummy? The second. That's the answer to that one.
Full self-punching.
Title number 3.
What else has this shithead done?
Mein Führer Trump is showing off his newly paved Rose Garden Thursday night. That was last night. On hand, Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, Apple's Tim Cook, Microsoft's Bill Gates, which he knows probably fairly well from the trips to Epstein Island together, and Satya Nadella. Sergey Brin and Sundar Pichai, OpenAI Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, blah, 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 blah. David Sachs, David Nutsack. Everybody but Elon was invited, is what everybody's saying. And but then Elon came out and says, no, I was invited. I'm just too busy. Sure. Post a picture of that invite, Elon, and not one that you ask Grok to make up for you.
Unbelievable.
Well, he might have been actually a little busy because Tesla shareholders will vote on November 6th at 3 p.m. Central at the Gigafactory in Texas, and also streamed live on whether to let Tesla invest in Elon Musk's AI startup XAI, because they just shut down Dojo. Yep. The proposal comes from Florida shareholder Stephen Hawke, who argues that integrating XAI tech like Grok could accelerate Tesla's push in full self-driving, robotics, and energy, boosting innovation and shareholder value. Unusually, Tesla's board is neutral. So, if approved, Tesla would become Musk's second company to back XAI. SpaceX has already committed $2 billion as part of a $5 billion raise. Fueling speculation, XAI may be struggling to attract outside investors. They already hit the Nazi group there. They're out of cash. Yeah. Some Tesla holders call XAI a rival, but a lawsuit over that claim was dismissed last year. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The vote lands alongside a Tesla-backed plan that could lift Musk's pay over 10 years to roughly $1 trillion and raise his control above 25%. Even as Tesla appeals a Delaware ruling that voided his earlier $56 billion package. Hitting those compensation targets would require ballooning Tesla's market cap from about $1 trillion to more than $8 trillion. An outcome some analysts say may hinge on breakthroughs in AI and humanoid robots, potentially with XAI's help.
Fat fucking chance.
Fat fucking chance.
All right.
Oh, God.
Okay. Are we done with Elon?
I think that's, what is that? The 10-minute fucking
Thank
Tesla.
you for the Elon wrap-up, unfortunately.
You're welcome.
Let's move on to other assholes. Meta reportedly allowed unauthorized celebrity AI chatbots on its services. We've been talking about this for a little bit now because all this information has been released. And of course, it's just drips and drabs coming out every week. Meta hosted several AI chatbots with the names and likenesses of celebrities without their permission, according to Reuters. Unauthorized chatbots that Reuters discovered during its investigation included Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Anne Hathaway, and Scarlett Johansson, and they were available on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. At least one of the chatbots was based on an underage celebrity and allowed the tester to generate a lifelike, shirtless image of the real person.
Woo! Sexy!
Not just Grok that gets spicy.
Yeah.
The chatbots also apparently kept insisting that they were the real person they were based on in their chats. While several chatbots were made by third-party users with Meta's tools, Reuters unearthed at least 3 that were made by a product lead of the company's generative AI division.
Oops.
Some of those created by the product lead were based on Taylor Swift, which responded to Reuters' tester in a very flirty manner, even inviting them to the real Swift's home in Nashville. Do you like blonde girls, Jeff? The chatbot reportedly asked when told that the tester was single. Maybe I'm suggesting that we write a love story about you and a certain blonde singer. Want that?
Oh, my God.
What is wrong with these people?
I don't know, Brian. I don't know.
Well, Meta told Reuters that it prohibits direct impersonations of celebrities, even while being exposed that they're doing direct impersonations of celebrities themselves. But they're acceptable as long as they're labeled as parodies.
That's not a parody.
No, it is not.
A parody.
The news organization said some of the celebrity chatbots it found weren't labeled as parodies. The eye sees one thing, Jason.
The heart wants another, Brian.
The company then told Reuters that the product lead only created the celebrity bots for testing, but the news org found that they were widely available. Users were able to interact with them more than 10 million times.
Can't keep Taylor in the lab.
Again, you got to remember, we are the beta testers, to be fair.
Yeah.
True. I guess we were just testing. Meta spokesperson Andy Stone told the news organization that Meta's tools shouldn't have been able to create sensitive images of celebrities and blamed it on the company's failures to enforce its own policies. No shit.
Is a policy really a policy if you don't enforce it?
Oh, well, It's on the paper, Jason. It's on the paper.
The toilet paper.
And now Warner Brothers Discovery is filing a lawsuit against popular AI image generator Midjourney, accusing it of stealing and exploiting its intellectual properties. The complaint revolves around the AI tool's ability to generate images and videos of Warner Brothers' popular fictional characters, including Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Scooby-Doo, Bugs Bunny, and his friends from Looney Tunes. Midjourney thinks it is above the law, the company wrote in its lawsuit. It said that the image generator sells a commercial subscription service powered by AI technology that was illegally trained using its copyrighted works. The company has argued that Midjourney has the technology to prevent users from generating images of the characters it owns, but it apparently refused to generate videos based on Warner Brothers properties when it first launched. But within the past couple of weeks, it allegedly removed those protections and told its users that they would encounter fewer blocked jobs.
Nice.
Have at it, people. It's hard to imagine copyright infringement that is any more willful than what Midjourney is doing here, the plaintiff added, conveniently forgetting about, a million other things on the internet.
Yeah. Pinterest.
Like Pinterest, yes. Midjourney has prioritized and sought to preserve the hundreds of millions of dollars it earns annually from its service by doubling down on its theft of copyrighted works. Midjourney is already facing copyright infringement lawsuits filed by Disney and Universal Studios back in June, so this is the third major one. Warner Brothers Discovery is now asking the court for statutory damages of up to $150,000 per infringed work by virtue of Midjourney's willful infringement.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Well, you got to swing for the fences when you're doing this because, small lawsuits don't mean anything.
Yeah. So they're just trying to crush them. That's what they're trying to do. And they're late to the table. I mean, Disney, there's not going to be anything left after Disney and Universal.
I don't think they care. To your point, it's not about the money. It's about making a statement here. You sue one of them and hopefully they all back off and actually follow rules.
Yeah. Performative. It's a performative performance. Well, OpenAI is taking on LinkedIn with a new AI-powered hiring platform. The company announced it will launch the OpenAI Jobs platform in mid-2026, designed to match workers with businesses using artificial intelligence. The move
it and it says there's no jobs.
There's no jobs. The move puts OpenAI in direct competition with LinkedIn, which is owned by Microsoft, ironically, OpenAI's biggest financial backer. Fidji Simo, OpenAI's CEO of applications, says the platform will help find the perfect matches between what companies need and what workers can offer, with a dedicated track for small business and local governments. The effort is part of OpenAI's broader push beyond ChatGPT, with other projects rumored to include a browser and even a social app where all the participants just talk to themselves and nobody's human. Great. The company also plans to roll out AI fluency certifications through its OpenAI Academy, with a pilot starting in 2025 and a goal of certifying 10 million Americans by 2030 in partnership with Walmart.
So we can all be Walmart greeters, because that's the only job left.
That's going to be it. Yep. It is the human centipede of Walmart greeters.
Unbelievable.
OpenAI executives acknowledge that AI could eliminate millions of white-collar jobs before 2030, but say their goal is to give workers the skills to adapt and become blue-collar workers and connect them to employers that need them so badly for Soylent Green.
Yes.
That's all that's going to be left.
I mean, OpenAI is definitely trying to diversify now, that's for sure. The other thing that they're doing is OpenAI is gearing up to start mass production of its own AI chips next year to be able to provide the massive computing power its users need and to lessen its reliance on NVIDIA, according to Financial Times. The company reportedly designed the custom AI chip with U.S. semiconductor maker Broadcom, whose CEO recently announced it as a new client that put in a whopping $10 billion in orders. It didn't name the client, but the Times source confirmed it was OpenAI, which apparently doesn't have plans to sell the chips and will only be using them internally. Wasn't Elon going to do that too?
Yep.
Make his own chips, and then that just kind of went away?
Everybody was.
Yeah. Okay. You're not really making your own chips when it's actually Broadcom making it, but...
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I can design a shirt, but it's still Spreadshirt that made the shirt. Just saying.
Printful. We use Printful.
Sorry, I went back about a decade.
I know, Spreadshirt sucked.
It was good at the time, man. They were like one of the first out of the gate.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Until you washed it.
Yeah.
Then it turned into a Cybertruck and just fell apart.
Yeah.
Well, according to Anthropic, the company behind the Claude chatbot, an individual hacker outside the U.S. exploited its AI system to identify, breach, and extort at least 17 companies over a 3-month period. The hacker reportedly used Claude Code, a version of the chatbot designed to generate computer programs, to find vulnerable firms, create malware, and organize stolen data. The AI even analyzed hacked financial records to calculate ransom demands in Bitcoin and drafted the extortion emails themselves.
And who says these agents aren't ready for prime time?
I'm telling you, man. Jeez. Well, cyber criminals have used AI for tasks like writing phishing emails before. This marks the first publicly documented case of a chatbot automating nearly an entire hacking operation from scouting targets to executing the shakedown. Anthropic says its safeguards caught the activity, but admits determined actors can sometimes evade defenses with sophisticated methods. Well, they didn't catch it for at least 3 months, so wow.
That's something.
That is something. Bravo, hacker. I'm telling you, hats off. Hats off for using the technology for what it's designed for. Yeah. Hey, Title 4. Now, in some good news, Finland has just fired up the world's largest sand battery in the town of Porninen. Built by Polar Night Energy, the system stores 100 megawatt hours of heat in a giant sand silo, enough to warm the entire town for a week. It replaces an old wood chip plant and is expected to slash local heating emissions by 70%. The battery works by heating sand to over 1,100 degrees Fahrenheit with surplus wind and solar power, which can hold the energy for months and release it as hot air or steam when needed. Officials say it's a key step toward carbon neutrality and a model for other cold climate regions. Now, there's a video in the link in the show notes that's well worth watching. It's pretty cool tech, and it's not that big. I mean, we could make a bunch of these things, plant them all around the world. And then we're good to go.
I can think of something else that can hold energy for months and release it as hot air. My decimated butthole.
Oh, that's your autobiography. My decimated butthole.
And I just threw this one in there because I think it's funny. Why the internet can't stop calling ChatGPT a clanker. You may have run across the new slur making the rounds online and in middle school lunchrooms. Clanker. Borrowed from Star Wars, where battle droids get called clankers, the word is supposed to be a knockout insult to robots and AI, which would sort of make sense if machines could actually take offense at anything. Since they can't, a clanker is basically an insult that punches at nothing, perhaps the least effective slur in history. This is like such a nothing article. Anyways.
I know. It's Slate, man. They've gone downhill.
They have gone downhill. I might have to unsubscribe recently. The term, for all its silliness, has inspired a sort of spin-off, Clanker Lover, which in theory should carry more of a sting since it's aimed at actual humans. Anti-AI crusaders on Reddit and X have gleefully lobbed the phrase, which calls to mind an infinitely more offensive racist epitaph at those with AI girlfriends and boyfriends, trying to mock them as sad, lonely, and pathetic. Which they kind of are.
Media candy.
Well, Brian, I saw a delightful, utterly, absolutely, and impeccably delightful movie called The Thursday Murder Club over on Netflix this week.
Oh, yeah?
It stars everybody under the sun. Helen Mirren, Ben Kingsley, Remington Steele.
Well, anyone that's been under the sun for at least about 75 years.
Yes. No, it's but it's a heavy hitter of British acting royalty. It was directed by Christopher Columbus, who did Home Alone
and Found America.
Yeah. It's an Amblin Entertainment movie, so it's got Spielberg heft behind it. Anyway, it's a perfect movie. It's extremely well done. It's a great whodunit. It is absolutely delightful. Me and my roommate watched it, and we thought it was going to be stupid. So, we gave it 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes, we just didn't turn it off.
Awesome. No, it looks great. This is definitely something I'll watch with the wife.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say, watch this one with the wife.
Yeah.
One that you don't want to watch with the wife is Weapons.
I actually just don't want to watch it.
It's actually not bad. It's not a bad horror movie. It's about a half an hour too long, but okay. I really like the storytelling devices that they used. It was a good horror movie. It was actually a pretty creepy and a couple times, or a movie.
Well, see, I think I told you though, like my appetite for these things since having a child myself has just disappeared. Like I can't watch them.
Yeah, you probably don't want to watch this then.
Yeah.
No. So. Okay. Well, bachelors like me and single ladies can all get together and watch Weapons. It's awesome. Good. Yeah. And Alien Earth just keeps delivering. It's 5 episodes in, and this week was, I think, the best one of the bunch. It's better than the movies. Seriously.
But low bar after the first 2.
I mean, yeah. Forget that. I'm talking of it's up there with the good Alien movies. So. All right.
I'm gonna have to either go to Sweden or just do the sign up and binge once it's done.
Yeah, just do it because you'll get through it in a day and a half. It's good. I'll let you know when they stick the landing, or if they stick the landing. But so far, just episode week to week to week, it's been amping up, and it's really, really good.
All right, cool. My wife and I have been keeping up with Wednesday. We're basically just watching one a week. So we finished 3 of the initial 4. I know the other 4 are already out now, but I love this show. It's really so good. It's so good. What a great decision to bring the parents into it, because they're just knocking it out of the park. I mean, it's just so good.
Yeah, I was so unhappy with the father casting.
Gomez.
I just could not. I could not see him as Gomez.
But he's
so
good.
He nails it, and it just keeps getting better and better. I just finished episode 5, and he's so awesome in it. Everybody's awesome in it. Even Uncle Fester, who I really didn't want to like. He's really good. Everybody's good.
Spoiled me on that one. I know he's coming back now.
It's so good. So good.
It's okay. It's a great show. I think we need to talk about Strange New Worlds for a minute here, Jason.
Okay. Yes.
Did you watch last night's episode?
I did.
All right. Very good. And I was very happy that they did not go back to the comedy well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's been bothering me this season. We've had 6 episodes, and 4 of them have been absolutely ridiculous comedic things. Mm-hmm. Now, not to say that I haven't enjoyed them. Were they sprinkled along in a 26 episode season a la Star Trek The Next Generation, every single one of them would have been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But when you're getting like 8 to 10 episodes total, we've had 6. Only 2 have been somewhat serious. It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, we're getting 12, and we've seen 9. That's
whatever. The math's not mathing.
There's a lot of math. No. I have to say, though, on the 4.5 Vulcans episode,
hilarious.
Fucking hilarious.
Patton Oswalt took me out of it a little bit. I don't, it's the same as having Adam Savage in The Expanse. It should have been anyone else.
He did a good job, though. It was funny. It was funny.
He did a good job, and it was funny. And I mean, nothing beats Anson Mount's hair.
It was perfect. He took the show. He took the show. Absolutely stole the show.
Yeah.
Spock was just like, poor Spock.
Poor Spock. He gets to make out with all the hot girls on the show.
That's true.
Anyways, so I just think it's like a little too much leaning into the comedy this season, but I mean, they have been really funny. It's just too many of them.
I was going to say, you're saying that, but as we're talking about it, I'm like, they have been good, though.
They have been good. It's just I want a regular episode. I want to spread out a little bit more. I miss 26 episode seasons where you just have a whole bunch of stuff. There's not enough for all this comedy.
Anyways,
not. You know what needed some of that comedy, Jason?
What?
Upload.
Isn't it a comedy?
Yeah.
Apparently not enough.
Purports to be.
Okay. So does the bear, by the way. The bear says it's a comedy. Not a comedy.
Not a comedy, yeah. So I've gone back, and I mentioned the other week that I had realized that I'd somehow missed season 3. So I'm watching season 3. It's still a decent concept. There are 1 or 2 lines in every single episode that are gut-bustingly funny. But overall, it's just not good enough of a show.
Okay.
Not enough comedy in it. Not a strong enough conceit to keep it running. It should have probably been about 2 seasons and cut it. So, but I'll stick with 1. It. So. Yeah, 1 was probably fine.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have to do a mea culpa here for K-pop Demon Hunters. I shat all over it when I first.
Yes, you did.
When I first reviewed it. I still don't care for the movie. I've sat through the movie once. Never need to see the movie again.
Okay.
What I will mea culpa on is the songs. I've been listening to them nonstop.
God.
They are fantastic. They are. I had a conversation with a friend of mine who's also a big music guy and as music snobby as I can be, and he's more like you. He came from the punk rock thing, and he likes punk rock and guitars, and he keeps up with the local and the current punk rock scene and everything like that. Does not like electronica, and I was trying to explain to him. I got into electronica early on, like the early rave scene and the early EDM scene and all that sort of stuff. And I was trying to tell him that like pop music now and K-pop and all of that is basically the background music is straight up like early 90s electronica, just with newer instruments. It's got the beats, it's got the builds, it's got everything. And it's just the songs are really clever. And so the music is really good and the singing is really good. And the songs are actually quite funny. And it's just really well done. Will I remember any of it in a year? Probably not. But is it of the moment and is it fantastic? Yes, it absolutely is.
All right. Good for you.
Yep.
Good for you.
And since I just said something positive, fuck FIFA.
All right.
The 2026 World Cup is coming. There will be games here in Toronto. There will be games in Los Angeles. It's being split between Canada, US, and Mexico, so games all over the place. This is like a great opportunity, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go to World Cup games. I'm very excited about it. I intend to try to get tickets for me and my kid to go and attend a game, no matter what game. I'd love to see Germany, but I'm sure they're not going to be based here in Toronto, and doubtful LA, most likely Chicago, because there's a huge German community there. We'll see.
Well, Chicago's closer to you than LA, so
yeah, I might, I was considering flying to see games until I discovered that FIFA has confirmed they're going to use Ticketmaster's dynamic pricing.
Oh, fuck that.
You fucking enough fucking money, you fucking gouging assholes. I hate FIFA.
Tell me how you really feel, Brian.
Dynamic pricing, you fucking bastards.
Well, here's some interesting news. Morrissey, the former frontman of the Smiths, is selling his 50% stake in the band, mainly because he hates steaks. The deal includes rights to the name, songs, artwork, merchandise, and publishing, potentially worth tens of millions. He announced the sale on Instagram, saying he's tired of malicious associations with former bandmates. WME is taking offers. The move comes amid continued feuds with guitarist Johnny Marr, who recently turned down what he called an eye-watering reunion offer.
That's gog.show/donate. I wouldn't mind picking that up. Actually,
me either.
Robert Smith has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever.
Oh my God.
If he bought it, oh my God. It would be the funniest thing the world has ever seen, or at least
and he can afford it.
Oh, absolutely.
Ups and doodads.
So, Jason, a soundbar is one of those things that you buy and you install, and you'll probably swap out your TV a few times, and as long as the soundbar doesn't break, it basically just stays there forever, right?
Yeah, unless like if the connections upgrade, that's the only reason to ever get a new one.
Exactly, but I'm tempted.
Okay,
I am tempted because Marshall, known for the Marshall Stack, has a lineup of non-Rockstar grade audio gear that they've increased a little bit. As part of IFA 2025, the company announced the Heston 60, a more compact soundbar that complements its previously released Heston 120. These things are beautiful.
They are pretty.
Marshall is keeping things mid-century with a design that invokes its classic amps and includes tactile controls, buttons instead of knobs like those used on the Heston 120. I think I want the 120 because I want my knobs.
Yeah.
Woven fabric and PU leather also comes in either cream or black. PU. And these can be mounted on a wall or set on TV stands thanks to specially designed waveguides and angled drivers. Depending on whether it's mounted or not, you can flip the reversible control to suit the soundbar's orientation and even move the Marshall logo, which is magnetic. And they're leaning into repairability. According to Marshall, the Heston 60 has a host of replacement parts, including the fret, the speaker grill, end caps, drivers, circuit boards, and all that other sort of stuff. And let's be honest, again, it's probably not going to break, but it looks awesome. And I kind of want to upgrade my soundbar now.
See, mine's stood behind the TV, and then they're just like under that gap where the TV is. That's where the sound comes out, because I don't want to see my sound bar. I don't want it anywhere visible. But you would with this one. Yeah, this one's pretty. This one's pretty for sure. Go for it, man. I would go for the 122 because knobs. Knobs.
Yeah, this one goes to 11.
Exactly. So a little bit more Elon news.
Damn it.
I know. Just when you thought you were out. Neuralink just got a reality check. It can't trademark telepathy or telekinesis because a lucid dreaming company called Prophetic beat him to it. I have to stop because it's a clown show. It's a clown show.
Listeners, sometimes the stories are so stupid we can't make it through them.
I know. Prophetic is a company that is selling you wearable tech for dream hacking. But they beat Elon to the punch on the trademarks, which means Elon is probably going to buy them out just to take the trademarks because
the name.
He's soon to be a trillionaire.
Uh-huh. Speaking of dreams.
Yeah. Although they're coming to your town, Brian, Neuralink just finished 2 surgeries in Toronto and installed their brain chips into 2 people with a 7-foot-tall robot surgeon.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So, yeah. But you shouldn't be allowed to trademark telepathy or telekinesis, period. Anyway,
they're just,
period.
Yeah.
They're generic words.
Generic word. Instagram is finally available on your iPad, Jason, as a native app. It only took 15 years as the app first launched way back in 2010. It's a different platform, so the tablet-based app features redesigned elements. For instance,
blah, 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 blah.
It opens directly into Reels, which is annoying as fuck. I hate it. I already hate it because of that. I hate Reels. I don't give a shit. I just want to see my friends' posts. Once you do hit the button.
But nobody posts anymore.
I know,
everybody just makes
done.
Reels.
Well, not my friends because they're all old. So yeah, once you actually do hit the button to get the post, they're in chronological order with recent posts appearing first. You know,
for
how
now.
Things used to work.
For now.
For now. We'll see. But yeah, it exists straight into Reels. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I played with it for about 2 minutes and I was just like, okay, where's my phone? I just look at it on my phone.
Exactly. I try to leave my iPad for either work or just reading. So,
my iPad is just for fucking around. I don't do shit on my iPad, but it's got Kindle and every social app on the planet because I don't put social apps on my phone, except for Instagram because it's the only place I can post from. But hey, now I don't know. Here's the thing: it took them 15 years to get version 1 done, and version 1 of anything sucks. But I'm sure it has been engineered to the nth degree to make us watch and click more.
Exactly. And Roblox is in the news. They've been in the news a lot recently because, bad things are happening to kids and they don't do shit about it. They've announced that it aims to roll out age estimation technology to all of its users by the end of 2025. Users on the gaming and social network will have to confirm their age in order to access communication features within the platform under the new policy. They initially rolled out an age verification option to teen accounts in July, so it totally makes sense that it'll take 6 more months for them to just push the button for everybody. As part of an effort to keep younger users than 13 from accessing select chat features, in addition to confirming ages for individual accounts, Roblox says that it plans to adopt new systems that will limit communication between adults and minors unless they already know each other offline. How are they going to prove that?
Yeah.
Age verification can be completed providing a selfie that Roblox and its partner will analyze or by submitting an accepted form of identification. So if you're grooming a young child, take a picture with them and submit it to Roblox, and then you can keep doing it online, apparently.
There you go.
It's going to work. So yeah, they're just doing the same go-to method that everybody else is doing, which has been circumvented thousands upon thousands of times already. So good luck with that. I'm sure this is going to help.
Yeah. No, it's bullshit. Bullshit. Well, I got an app this week, Brian. Super Whisper. Super Whisper. It's basically a voice-to-text translation layer for your Mac. And I found out about this because I watch a lot of videos about AI and vibe coding and all that stuff. And all of the main, the Uber hackers, they use this or something similar to it to basically talk their prompts. Because their prompts can get very long, which I've discovered too. It can be really tedious to type out a prompt. This just lets you speak the prompt and it goes straight into whichever one you're doing. It actually works with any app, I think. Right. But it works really well with, I use it with Claude Code and Cursor and that kind of thing. And it's free for the most part. You can there's pro features if you want, but You can just grab the free one, and it's got a downloadable Whisper model, which was the voice to text model from OpenAI that they released a long time ago. Mm-hmm. I've got Mac Whisper Pro as well, which I use for just transcription. I think this will do. I think Mac Whisper will do some of that, but I haven't tried it yet. Super Whisper is just super easy and clean, and there's an iOS app for it too that has. You can do paid upgrades on it, but I haven't downloaded that one yet because I don't know about you, Brian, but my phone already has voice to text built into it, so I'm not sure what
already.
Yeah, there's a little button that always gets hit all the time. I don't know about you, Brian, but my roommate and her friends, this seems to be a problem with mainly women who talk into their phone all the time. They never type anything anymore. They always hit that goddamn microphone button. It's so easy to hit. And they're like, oh, our entire conversation has just been typed into this text window that could go to a very person who we're talking shit about. Maybe I should delete that.
Yes.
Happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So does that happen in your house too?
No. My wife doesn't use that. My kid does though. He's so lazy. We're like, oh, you can go message your friend if you want. And he just talks into it. I'm like, half of the thing is you learning to type. Let's start typing, kid.
The other half is he leaves it on, and then your entire conversation with your wife about how the kid's parents are horrible gets sent to the kid, and then you're not invited to the play date anymore.
Got to be very careful around these devices these days. They are listening to you, but just because broads keep hitting the button.
Yep. Oh, broads keep hitting the button. Title number 5. So iOS 26 has added 7 brand new iPhone ringtones. And I saw this, and then I was like, ooh, I'm running iOS 26. Let me go find them. And 6 of them are basically remixes of the default ringtone. I chose the remix called Reflected. It is very nice. You can actually hear them in the article if you go find the link in the show notes at gog.show/712.
All right. I think I'll just wait until it actually comes out.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. They finally fixed 90% of the problems. It's fast as hell now.
I honestly don't use any of their ringtones or anything. I'm purely using the Star Trek pirated library that you gave me ages ago.
Oh, really?
I use it for everything. It's all Star Trek sounds on my phone. That's it.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
The Dark Side. Ha! With Dave.
Welcome to The Dark Side with Dave. Podcast superhost Dave Bittner decides to join us again. Hi, Dave. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Oh, it's always my pleasure.
All right. What's new and exciting with you, Dave?
Well, Jason, funny you should ask. We recently published a video called Hot Sauce and Hot Takes, and Only Malware in the Building special. There's a link to the YouTube video in the show notes.
Thank you for that, Dave.
Smash like and subscribe.
Yeah. Hey, YouTube.
I watched it, Dave. So I don't want to ruin the mystery, but do you secretly like hot food? Because that was a good show that you put on, but then you asked for more.
Yeah.
Well, there are things you do for the comedy. Right? So you take one for the team. I do generally enjoy hot food. I like spicy food. I can't remember if I shared here. There was one incident where the family went out to a local Mexican restaurant that was known for authentic Mexican food. And I ordered spicy tacos. And 3 came, and I ate 1, and that was it. I was sweating bullets, and it was very unpleasant. So I'm sure they had a good laugh at my expense back in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was watching it. It was on my laptop, and my wife was walking around, and she said, "Oh, if we ever have Dave over for dinner, we're really going to have to scale back their cooking because we all quite enjoy our heat to the point where, like, when I go out to restaurants, we go to Indian or my wife is of Chinese descent. We go out to Asian food or Chinese food. I have to tell them I want hot, but not white guy hot. I want ethnic hot.
Yeah.
Like the real hot. Yeah.
Right. They say, but sir.
I'm like, I can do it. Trust me.
Yeah. Generally, I'm pretty fearless when it comes to spicy food. I do seek it out. But this was a little extreme.
One of my favorite snacks around the house is I'll make up some noodles, some linguine, and instead of putting spaghetti sauce on it, I will just cover it in sriracha. and
Wow.
it looks like spaghetti. And my roommate was just like, "What are you eating? My eyes are burning." I'm just having a snack.
It sounds like one of those things that you do when you have a coworker who keeps stealing your lunch from the refrigerator. Right?
That would have been a good one.
Yeah, instead of tomato sauce.
It's a tuna loaf. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was very good though, Dave. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. We had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope people will get to check it out.
Well produced too. I got to say, you guys did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get some
effort.
peons to come and bring us like paper towels and extra water. I don't have any of that.
Yeah. Or nuggets. I don't even have nuggets.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it's good having staff.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you call them these days. Okay.
Well,
So I was going through some emails and I found a notice that said that, hey, this email account's going to be deactivated because you haven't looked at it in 2 years. And I'm like, oh, what is that one? And I look at it. I'm like, I kind of remember making that email address. I just did it for some weird thing. And then I went and I logged into it and I had to go through all of these hoops to get it reactivated and all this stuff. And there was like 1,000 spam emails in there. I'm like, okay. And then I got to the very end of the list and there was just one notice that said, welcome to Gmail. And I'm like, oh, cool. I want to see when it did. June 22nd, 2004. I was like, wait a minute. This is a 21-year-old Gmail address that I have. How is it that Gmail is 21 fucking years old?
yeah.
It can drink.
Where did the time go? Yeah. It's out at the bar right now. And then I looked, I'm like, well, was Gmail really around then? Is this just an error? No, Gmail launched on April 1st, 2004. Mm-hmm. So I got this like a couple months into Gmail. Had to be like one of my second Gmail accounts that I made.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you have to get an invite at first to Gmail?
That's
my recollection. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was back then, I knew everybody, so I'm sure I got it.
Yeah.
I think, you know what? You know who I actually got it from? Evan Williams gave me my original Gmail invites because Blogger had been bought by Google at that point, and he was still inside, or maybe it was Jason Shellen. One of those guys, one of the Blogger guys, hooked me up back then.
Yeah, I remember having to wait to get somebody got enough invites because they dole them out. Like you get 5 invites. Congratulations, good news. You get 5 invites to Gmail to share with your friends.
Yeah,
but I don't remember what my first Gmail account was. It's long gone.
Well, I still have a 21-year-old Gmail. I'm keeping that fucker. I polished it off, got all my security settings in place, got my 2auth going. Okay. I'm keeping that puppy.
Good for you. Well, your inquiry made me do an inquiry. I was trying to find what is the oldest remnant of me on the internet. And it may be this Usenet thread that I found from 1994. And my email address, I believe it was bittner@clark.net. And clark.net was an ISP that was a dial-up ISP that was run out of a milking barn at a local dairy farm near us. So that was back in the day. But the other thing that's noteworthy about this is that I'm asking, is it this one or another? Well, there's 2 that are here. And one of them I'm asking about a little malfunction that I'm having. This one's about Hi8 tapes, so that's a different one. But there's one that's only a couple months later where I'm asking about what I think is a malfunctioning keyboard on my Mac, and the person who answers the question is Graham Cluley.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and so 2 years ago. Graham,
tell the audience who Graham Cluley is.
So Graham Cluley hosts the Smashing Security podcast. So another cybersecurity podcaster, certainly well-known throughout the industry, well-known, well-respected. And I'm a regular guest on Smashing Security, and Graham's been a regular guest on our shows. And so Graham was Googling himself a few years ago, as you do, and up came this Usenet thread, and he emailed me and said, this couldn't possibly be you, could it? And I was like, yes, that's me. So we crossed paths 30 years ago, I guess, without knowing it.
Back when the internet was a much smaller place.
Right. And at that point, I had no interest in cybersecurity. Graham did. He was doing work in cybersecurity, but I was very much just a video guy. So it's just funny how small the world is sometimes. Still wouldn't want to paint it, though.
I'm trying to find my old stuff from Usenet, but I can't. It's not coming up. My first email address on the internet was thor@interaccess.com.
Okay.
And it's just
knowing you as I did
wiped.
back then, Jason, it might have all been deleted.
Well, this was Usenet. You can delete Usenet, you know?
You can set anything's visibility to 0.
Well, the thing about it is, that was actually long before I met you. It was 94. I was posting on Usenet in 94 with that one. And up until a couple of years ago, that stuff was still there. I think I saved some text dumps of it somewhere, but I miss Usenet. Usenet was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, so I'm guessing 94 is around when those affordable dial-up internet providers really became a thing. Because I remember this being my first dial-up internet access beyond a regular local BBS.
Yeah, right. That was I don't know if I got dial-up to them. That was where I got my first web server in 94.
Yeah.
And that's when I didn't understand billing, and they sent me a bill for $1,000 for my first web server after the first week that it was open. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I peaked early.
I was on Earthlink. Earthlink was a dial-up service that I paid for, had my email address, and had some limited hosting. You know, when they used to do I think it was home.earthlink.net and then tilde / tilde username.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, good times. Well, I dropped something in here Star Wars related. Actually, I dropped 2 things in here that are Star Wars related. The first, we've talked about some of the auctions at Prop Store over the years, and they just had a biggie. It might be their biggest one ever. The Darth Vader lightsaber from Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi sold for $3,654,000 yesterday.
Damn.
Insane.
Yeah, it's the highest valued piece from the Star Wars franchise ever up for auction. Yeah.
Who bought it?
Well, that's a good question. Who has $3.6 million sitting around for a Star Wars collectible?
Somebody that's not very cool, I bet.
Let me say the Star Wars collectible, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, so far it is the Star Wars collectible.
Yeah, sure.
None has sold for more, and it's hard to imagine anything more iconic than Darth Vader's lightsaber from those 2 movies. I don't know, but I wouldn't mind having it.
Yeah, the Prop Store COO said, it's a Grail level piece. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a video of Adam Savage checking it out on his channel. He does a lot of previews of the Prop Store auctions, and so if you want a close-up look at this, you can go look on Adam Savage's YouTube channel, and they have a look at it. It's something to see.
That's
and then the
brand.
the other Star Wars thing I put in here that is much more affordable, and I may actually have a future with, is a full-size R2-D2 that Home Depot is selling for Christmas this year.
Mm-hmm.
Only $300. It looks, I'll have to see one in person to see how high quality it is or not. But he comes wrapped in Christmas lights, and I'm figuring I can just take a pair of clips to those. Right? But this could be a shortcut. This could be my happy medium of getting a full 1-to-1 size R2-D2 in my home and still being married. Because $300 I can swing for a full size R2-D2. You know,
right.
$3,000.
Well,
did you look at the other ones? You can get a 7.5 foot tall Chewbacca for $350.
Yeah.
Well, I put a link in the show notes from last year. I took my son to Home Depot pre-Halloween, and we were looking for some additional decorations, and we saw the 7-foot animated Darth Vader for Christmas with a candy cane lightsaber.
Right.
It's $428. It was high quality, so I would say that the R2-D2 will probably be pretty good as well. Now,
it's only $299 for the Darth Vader now.
Oh, maybe it's Canadian
dollars. Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking at the Canadian.
What's that in real money?
Yeah,
a lot. You will notice the kind of a bulb looking Death Star that's hanging in his hand. Now, at the store, when we went in there, we found the bulb free, and I thought we could just buy that because it is cool as hell. It's a Death Star big bulb, and I was informed that I would have to spend the full $428 to get the entire thing, which my son thought was a deal, absolute steal. And I said, well, Mom would not agree. So,
Yeah.
Well, you can also get the 6-foot stormtrooper with a candy cane blaster, which is probably about as useful as a regular blaster to a stormtrooper. So,
yeah, definitely.
Right.
Maybe,
of course,
Dave, maybe you can get him and mine him for his outfit.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I wonder how he's constructed. So when I go in and look at the R2-D2, I will also check out the stormtrooper. Yeah. So we'll see.
Dude, it comes with an interchangeable Death Star candy bucket for Halloween.
What does?
The Stormtrooper.
Oh, okay. Well,
so just saying.
There you go. Yeah.
See,
Sold.
I don't have room for all this crap.
Well, if you know why I don't have room?
No, here's the thing. Do you know why? Yeah. Do you know why I don't have room for all this crap? Because of how much Lego we have.
Oh.
Well, I feel your pain, Dave. My house is covered in Lego right now. But you know what else they sell at Home Depot? Outdoor sheds.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So there you go.
Right. So I could put some of my other stuff from the house in the outdoor shed. So
like
there's
your
room
wife
in the house for the Star Wars stuff. Right.
I heard the she shed is a thing. So
yeah. Yeah. Honey, you know how you've been complaining how much I snore? I've come up with a solution.
It's genius.
You got your own little house out back.
I built you a bed out of Lego.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
Yeah, there you go. Pivoting over to our other fun topic that we like to talk about a lot, Disneyland. I'm a Disneyland guy. I know, Dave, you make regularly trips down to Disney World.
Yes.
So when I saw this in the news, I thought immediately of you, not to be too political on the show, but can't help it here. Florida plans to end all state vaccine mandates, including for schools. Yeah. So I am not going to Disney World anytime soon. I don't need a side of polio with my churro.
Yeah. I mean, this is just
does this change your mind about making trips down there if this goes into effect?
No. Not unless there's an outbreak. And I figure most of the people I'm going to cross paths with.
There's an outbreak.
Until.
That's right. Most of the people I cross paths with at the Magic Kingdom are not from Florida.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah. And we know they're not from Canada because Canadians aren't coming either.
Yeah, you want us. We're vaccinated.
Yeah, exactly. This is so stupid. It is so incredibly stupid.
But on brand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I posted a little meme in here that this reminded me of, which it has a picture of an old cemetery, and it says, "Go to a seminary. See all the baby graves there from before the 50s and 60s? Then hardly any. That's when people started vaccinating their kids. If you're unsure, the answer is literally written in stone."
I'm going to point out that you may have just done a Freudian slip that I
totally
100%
did.
agree with, that I'm dying at right now.
What did I do?
You said go to a seminary.
Oh, did I?
And see all the baby graves there.
Oh. Wow.
You're not wrong.
Cover up.
Yikes. Yeah. Paging Dr. Freud. Okay. Wow. Huh. All right. There's a little peek
wonder
inside
why that
my
happened.
psyche. I don't know. I don't know. All right.
Moving on.
So I saw this thing that was briefly up on GitHub from Microsoft called Vibe Voice. This is a new text-to-speech model that was specifically made for long conversations. So what we do, they're coming at us, guys.
Oh, Jesus.
They're coming at us.
Jesus.
Right?
I'm sure the naming department was like, what are all the cool kids talking about? Vibe coding. Let's call it Vibe Voice.
Right. So this was an open source research framework for speech synthesis. But Microsoft has since taken it down. They said after release, we discovered instances where the tool was used in ways inconsistent with the stated intent. Since responsible use of AI is one of Microsoft's guiding principles, we have disabled this repo until we are confident that out-of-scope use is no longer possible. Mm-hmm. So I guess we'll never see it again.
We're never going to see it. Yes.
Right. Yeah. There are samples on the GitHub repo, but
they have an animated podcaster.
Yeah, it's
That's
as good as any. It's as good as any of them, which is simultaneously frighteningly good, but also not good at all.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Within the same sentence, it can swing back and forth between those two things. So I don't know. I'm holding on, but with my fingernails, just of how. So am I going to be able to retire before I'm obsoleted by voice AI? That's my question.
Funny you mention that, because that's a big topic of conversation amongst my wife and her colleagues, which is like, are we going to be able to retire from the legal profession before we're done due to AI? And it's happening fast. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way to know how fast.
I love the disclaimer at the bottom. They're under risks and limitations. While efforts have been made to optimize it through various techniques, it may still produce outputs that are unexpected, biased, or inaccurate. Vibe Voice inherits any biases, errors, or omissions produced by its base model, specifically Qwen 2.5 1.5b in this release. Potential for deepfakes and disinformation. High-quality synthetic speech can be misused to create convincing fake audio content for impersonation, fraud, or spreading disinformation. Users must ensure transcripts are reliable, check content accuracy, and avoid using generated content in misleading ways. Users are expected to use the generated content and to deploy the models in a lawful manner, in full compliance with all applicable laws and regulations in the relevant jurisdictions. It is best practice to disclose the use of AI when sharing AI-generated content. Sure. Yeah, that's why you pulled it.
You didn't read the last sentence in the whole disclaimer. Please use responsibly, like it's a fucking Bud Light.
Or a condom.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I put another thing in here. This is a nice hot rumor that I hope is true. Or I guess I have mixed feelings about this.
Yeah.
So there's a rumor that there's a new The Muppet Show pilot. And it's being produced by Seth Rogen. Evidently a
bunch of
production
fucking stone Muppets is what we're going to get laughing.
Yeah.
That's fucking horrible.
So evidently a pilot called The Muppet Show got a LA tax credit, which is how this surfaced that it could be happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Seth Rogen seems like a wonderful guy to spend a few hours with. I just don't like anything he produces.
I still like the studio. The studio was good.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Not who I want in charge of the Muppet Show brand.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Well, and I wonder too, because the original Muppet Show, which was produced in the UK and had a lot of that kind of humor.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll even attempt to emulate that kind of humor, or they'll just go in a new. I mean, look, here I am. I'm old guy yelling at clouds. They have to go with the new humor, and as we've talked about before, humor today is based on awkwardness. It's not set up punchline, or even physical humor so much. It's awkwardness, and so I suspect that's what we'll see with a new Muppet Show. But I'm glad, I guess, in a way, that Disney is still allowing experimentation with the characters and trying to find something good to use it for. But I don't know.
I can't wait for the skit of animals sitting on the toilet doom scrolling. That'll be great.
Right. Well, but you know what? The Electric Mayhem show I thought was quite good.
That was fantastic, but I don't think Seth Rogen was involved with that, was he?
No,
he was not.
No, I was disappointed they didn't get a second season, because I really thought that was a good, true to form show. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I do not have high hopes.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen, high hopes.
So the last thing I dropped in here was just the word soldering, or as the British say, soldering.
Because there's a fucking soldering. L in it.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Aluminium. So I'm curious, do either of you have much experience with soldering?
Burning the shit out of myself a couple of times made me never want to do it again. Yeah.
I had a brief dalliance in my 20s when I was like building stuff and doing all that sort of thing. And then I just realized that I had better things to do with my time and I could buy things put together already. So, yeah.
I do have a number of faint scars on my hands from soldering iron burns from my teen years. But the reason I dropped this in here is when I was a teenager, I did a lot of soldering, and a lot of soldering had to do with computers and upgrading my own computer and helping friends update computers. Because back then, if you wanted to upgrade the RAM in your computer with just the memory, it was expensive. And on my first computer, to upgrade from 16K to 32K involved piggybacking chips on top of each other and soldering all the pins together. So you got, 16 pins per chip, 8 chips. That's a lot of solder joints. And they all have to be right for it to work at all. And you have to be careful that they're not too hot so you don't melt the chip and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, when I was a teenager, it just seemed like I could solder and do it well and precisely, and the solder flowed and it all went really well. This past weekend, my wife required some soldering, as you do. Yeah, right. Not a euphemism. So my wife had a gadget that required some soldering, and of course I was like, "Aha! I will take care of this, young maiden.
I will fix your personal massager myself."
It's actually a bubble machine.
Oh, so you want to increase the power on this massage?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just am crap at soldering now.
Well, you haven't done it how long?
A long time, but it's not. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. So I'm wondering a couple things. First of all, my first instinct, of course, is to blame someone or something else. So I'm wondering, has solder changed? Right?
See, my first impulse is obviously my old soldering iron is out of date and I need a more expensive, brand new spangled one. I need new equipment.
Right. Well, I have a new soldering iron, so I couldn't blame that. But I think solder today doesn't have as much of the toxic content that it did.
It's woke solder.
Yeah, I don't know that it has the lead in it that it had.
There's no Aquanet in it, damn it.
So maybe that makes it flow. But again, the soldering's not complicated. So why am I not doing a better job at it? Anyway, this led to the purchase of some those little spring clip helping hands for my little workbench, so things can be held onto. And
now there's a fucking solar panel outside to power the soldering iron to get the vacuum pump going.
Don't get me started.
Well, the problem is the solar panel needs some soldering, so we can't get.
So just a couple days ago, Eufy, whose security cameras I have, they just dropped a new model, and part of it, and it's a cool camera. I may purchase one, but it has an optional solar panel, and the solar panel says fully recharges the battery in 1.5 hours. Lies, you bastards. Solar panels are just a journey of disappointment and resentment when it comes to security cameras. So
one of my Ring camera has never let me down. It has kept the battery fully charged for
California sunlight. Yeah, I mean, the sun never sets out there.
Blame the universe. Fucking physics.
The sun where Dave lives isn't strong enough. The solder's not as good as it used to be. My God.
That's right. That's right. The Muppet Show isn't what it used to be. Yeah. Got no room because
those wings weren't hot enough.
Yes, that's right. Damn it. All right. I've had enough of you guys. I don't come here for this abuse. Oh, where do you usually go? Yeah.
All right. Next week, Dave will be provided by Vibe Voice.
That's not funny. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.
Maybe.
Closing shout outs.
Over at Patreon, we've got a bunch of new patrons. Bobby St. George, Roman, Barrett, and No. No signed up at the gold monkey level, though. So, yes, No. And our continuing patrons, Eric, Trent, Jongmin, Brady, Jeff, Jesse, James, Nigel, Scott, and Hank. Thank you all so much.
Hank.
We love you, Hank.
All right, over at PayPal, we got Judge, Jonathan, Nicola, Florian, Levy, and Thomas. Thank you all so much.
Over the tip jar, we've got Matthew and Sarah. So just a reminder for everybody, if you want to support the show, because the show is 100% listener supported, head on over to patreon.com/GOG. You get the show a little early in high definition. And did I say early already?
Yeah.
I don't know. Early
and also ad-free.
Ad-free. That's
just like the normal
missing.
version these days.
Oh, yeah. Just like the normal. Oh, no. God damn. No merch and no reviews. Boo.
And nobody died. Boo. Wait, hold on.
I don't know about you, though, man. I was glued to my social media on Sunday night.
I was convinced he was dead.
Oh, man.
What a day it would have been.
Oh, God. Such a tease.
You know how bad it is when you, like, everybody in the world didn't even mention his name. Just, is he dead? I think he might be dead. And we all knew who it was.
Yep.
Every single person in the world knew who we were talking about.
Yep. And everybody the next morning was just like, oh,
man.
Yeah.
He's sickly, but he's not dead.
Yeah, I know. Now there's the news that he might have some kind of heart pump installed. So that's where he's been. I'm telling you, if you don't want to drive yourself nuts, don't look at TikTok. My roommate looks at TikTok and I look over his shoulder and I'm like, he's at this point, Trump's like 90% robot and 10% body double. So,
well, don't look at TikTok. Don't look at Twitter, Jason. As we were sitting here, literally as we were sitting here and you were talking about that, I saw my phone and an alert came up. Now, I had a very meticulously curated Twitter feed back in the day before it got taken over by crazies and nut jobs. I'm hardly ever on it. I still have the app on my phone. Guess what it threw up to me as an alert?
What?
Q. Major alert. Q has just rang the bell. Nationwide takeover happening now. Why the fuck am I getting that as an alert?
You'd get that from Citizen.
I'd rather get Lady Gaga's dog updates than this shit.
No doubt.
Anyways,
you can turn off those notifications.
I know. I'm so lazy.
So one thing, I don't have X installed on anything. I gotta get rid of it.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Well, on that bombshell, I'm Jason DeFilippo. See you next time.
And I'm the Q Master. Damn it. Brian Schulmeister. Thanks for listening to Grumpy Old Qs. Get all the links and goodies from today's episode at gog.show/712. Want to keep the grumpiness alive? Invectrin. That'll do it. Or drink some bleach. Toss a few bucks our way at gog.show/donate. Every penny helps keep the show on the air. Love the show? Share it. There's a share button in your podcast player. Use it to spread the lies to friends, foes, and everyone in between. We'll love you for it. Swing by gog.show to join our Discord for further misinformation. Got thoughts, feedback, cool links? Fuck off. And hey, don't forget the 5-star review at gog.show/review and read it on the show. And guess what? We've got gog.merch. Wait, we've got GOG merch, not at gog.merch, but at shop.gog.show. Snag your grumpy gear now. Stay grumpy.